Time for two more questions. Well, I'm sorry, but all right. So it's a gentleman's turn. Let me see. This gentleman in the white right here. That guy right there. Hold on a second. Let's get a microphone on him.
I am James Molba from Liberia. It is a pleasure meeting you, Mr. President. My question has to do with the issue of antitrust law. You will be meeting our leaders next week. Will you discuss the issue of antitrust law that will protect young entrepreneurs in Africa? If not, are you willing to include it on your agenda, please, to solve our problems back home? Thank you.
Well, obviously each country is different, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with the antitrust laws in every country. But what I would certainly commit to doing is to talk about antitrust in the broader context of what I said at the beginning and after maybe the first question, and that is the issue of rule of law and how it interacts with the economy. If you have monopolies or collusion between a few companies that create artificial barriers to new entrants, then economic theory will tell you that invariably that is inefficient. It means consumers are going to pay more for worse products. It means those companies can concentrate more and more wealth without actually improving what they produce. And over time, the economy stagnates. And here in the United States, we had a history of huge, big corporations controlling huge sectors of the economy. And over time, we put in laws to break up those monopolies and to create laws to guard against artificial monopolies that prevented competition. So antitrust is one element of a broader set of laws and principles that every country should be adopting, with the basic notion that, look, if you're successful, if you are a company like Apple that innovated, or a company like Microsoft that came up with a new concept, you should be able to get big, and you should be able to be successful. And those who founded it, like Bill Gates, should be wealthy. But what you also want to make sure of is the next generation, the Googles or the Facebooks, that they can be successful too in that space. And that means that you have to make sure that those who got there first aren't closing the door behind them, which all too often I think happens in many countries, not just in African countries. So you make an excellent point, and I will make sure that that's incorporated into the broader discussion. Okay, this young lady right here. Yeah, because she looks so nice.
Thank you very much. My name is Josephine Kulea. I'm from Kenya.
No, it's just, we got a Maasai sister right here. That's it. Go ahead.
Thank you for this great initiative, the young people, and thank you for believing in the young people. The upcoming summit with the president, I know you're going to ask them on engagement of the young people back in our countries, and my concern will be how will you be able to engage them to commit to their promises, because I know they're going to promise you that. Thank you.
All right, don't get carried away here. Well, look, part of what we've done here by building this Yali network that we're going to be doubling over the next couple of years is we're going directly to the young people and creating these networks and these opportunities. And what we're already seeing, I think, is many countries are excited by this. They're saying, you know what, this is something that can be an empowering tool for us So let's take advantage of it. There are going to be some that may feel somewhat threatened by it. There's no doubt about that. But the good thing is we will be creating this network. There are a whole bunch of people who are following this online, who are following it on social media. We'll have these regional centers. You will help to make sure that some of these promises are observed, because the whole continent of young people is going to be paying attention. And we'll be able to see which countries are really embracing this opportunity to get new young people involved and which ones are ignoring this promise. And so I will say to every one of these leaders, you need to take advantage of the most important resource you have, and that's the amazing youth in these countries. But you're going to have to also help to hold them accountable collectively across countries. And that's part of why this network can be so important. So I know this is sad, but I have to go. I have other work to do. The good news is you've got all these really amazing people who are still going to be meeting with you and talking with you. And most importantly, this what an amazing opportunity is for all of you to get to know each other and to talk and to compare ideas and share concepts going forward. The main message I want to leave you with is that in the same way I'm inspired by you, you should be inspired by each other. That Africa has enormous challenges. The world has enormous challenges. But I tell the young people that intern in the White House, and I usually meet with them at the end of their internship after 6 months, I always tell them, you know, despite all the bad news that you read about or you see on television, despite all the terrible things that happen in places around the world, if you had to choose a time in world history in which to be born, and you didn't know who you were or what your status or position would be, you'd choose today. Because for all the difficulties, the world has made progress, and Africa is making progress. And it's growing. And there are fewer conflicts. And there's less war. And there's more opportunity. And there's greater democracy. And there's greater observance of human rights. And you know, progress sometimes can be slow, and it can be frustrating. And sometimes you take 2 steps forward and then you take 1 step back. But the great thing about being young is you are not bound by the past. And you can shape the future. And if all of you work hard and work together and remain confident in your possibilities and aren't deterred when you suffer a setback, but you get back up and you dust yourself off and you go back at it, I have no doubt that you're going to leave behind for the next generation and the generation after that an Africa that is strong and vibrant and prosperous and is ascendant on the world stage. So I can't wait to see what all of you do. Good luck.